Hey everyone. Well, coming to you with some sad news. Terry Bollea, better known as Hulk Hogan, has passed away uh, earlier this morning today around 11 o'clock. Man, he leaves behind his daughter Brooke and his son Nick and wife Sky Daly. And his daughter just had twins. Man, it's sad that he'll never, well, his legacy will live on with them as they get older. But anyway, Hulk Hogan, he was one of my he was one of my favorites and stuff. When Hogan came in, the wrestling scene back in the '80s, and with Vince Senior, and while Vince Junior was young also too, doing commentating and stuff. But anyway, man, I don't know what to say. But anyway, Hogan, he actually, put his footprint in wrestling. I mean, he made the WWF what the WWF, was then, and right now back as the WWE. I mean, Hulk Hogan, I would say whatever you think about him, he was the man. I mean, he was the man. He main evented, WrestleMania 1985. I think that was the first one you know. Then when he went up against in 1993, when he went up against Under the Giant and sold out the Pontiac Silverdome, over 93,000, 97,000 people were there. I think it was like a world record at the time. And Hulk Hogan has been a lot. I mean, he's been a 12-time champion. Um, he joined the NWO with Kevin Nash and Razor Ramon and stuff. I mean, he took over wrestling. He solidified wrestling. He made wrestling what wrestling is today. You can't take anything from him and stuff. I mean, I know there were some things, that he's done in his personal life. I'm sure that he wasn't proud of, and it's really sad to see that people, are saying that they're happy that he's passed. That's insane. It is insane. He is one of the biggest names in wrestling. He is a household name. I mean, you go in anybody's house today, whether they watch wrestling or not, I guarantee you, if you say Hulk Hogan, they're going to know who you're talking about and stuff. Like I said, I got a picture of Hulk Hogan signed right over here and stuff. It's a signature when he joined the NWO and stuff. I got that signature from him. You know, um, let me tell you, the wrestling world is going to definitely miss Hulk Hogan. You know, it, it it's crazy. We're gonna miss those little catchphrases of "What you gonna do, brother?" Or "What you gonna do when Hulk Hogan runs wild on you?" and stuff, or the Hulkamaniacs run wild on you. I mean, it's little catchphrases and stuff. So what? He was a Republican. Who cares about that? You know, Hulk Hogan had his problems. Nobody's perfect in this world and stuff. But as a young man coming up, watching him in wrestling, as much as I liked wrestling, because I started watching wrestling back in 1965, like guys with Bruno Sammartino, Pedro Morales, um, Adrian Adonis, guys like that, that were in there. We have, wrestlers who have solidified their parts of, when they were in the industry and where they left off. And Hulk Hogan, he's been through it from the beginning until today when he passed. He's a warrior. I mean, I can't say anything against him. I know a lot of people have a lot of doubt, a lot of things bad about to say about him. They were saying calling him a racist and stuff like that. And by just meeting him, you know, um, in person, and talking to him back then in the '90s and stuff, he was, yeah, I mean, to me, he was cool. I mean, one of the coolest guys. Along with Kevin Nash and Razor Ramon. Those guys were cool. I mean, they played their spot, as far as what their gimmick was as far as wrestling and everything. And outside of that, because I didn't know Hulk Hogan personally or anything like that, what he did after he, left the ring or got home, and we all know, about the sex tape, scandal and stuff like that. And, he won that battle and everything. And then, some racist remarks that he was supposed to say. I mean, I've never heard it, I mean, and I don't think he's ever directed it toward anybody because he's had all type of people around him. But then again, like I said, it's real sad, 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 man. Gonna miss Hulk Hogan. I'm sure everybody, the world is gonna miss Hulk Hogan. Whether you liked him or you didn't like him or whatever. You know, um, but for you people out there who are saying negative things about Hulk Hogan, man, just think. What if they were saying that about you or a family member that you loved, or I mean, just stop the negativity. Good Lord. But anyway, thank you for watching and listening. God bless you. Deuces, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.